Hey, what's up, everybody? I wasn't sure if I was going to make it on time for this. I ended up having to drive down to work and back and do a couple things. Ended up taking me like an hour and a half. But anyway, all right. Again, I changed the layout. Here's how we have everything. I moved the camera around. I moved that bed camera. I didn't like how that bed camera was. It was getting washed out on that last print. So I put the camera overhead for the desk, and I'll figure something out about the bed camera. One of the things with my last stream, it was a 17, almost an 18-hour long stream, and what I didn't realize was that YouTube has a limit. You can stream uh, the entire stream now, almost 18 hours long, um, streamed live, but they only save up to 12 hours or 128 gigabytes. So it got cut off there halfway through the print. So I'm going to try something a little bit different here. What I'm going to do is, not with this one, but because I need to get a camera for the bed. Well, I'll see what I can do with the camera I have now, with the one that you see up here. What I'm going to do is, after the live stream is over, I'm going to I have it set up where it's not going to save it on YouTube. So if you come back to see the live stream, well, the recorded live stream, what you're going to find is the next day I'm going to upload the because I'm saving everything. Actually, I should hit the start record button, shouldn't I? There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm recording this, and I'll have all the everything here, the talking and interactions, everything. It's all going to be normal. But I'm going to once I'm done here, and then continue with the printing part of it. I'll speed that up, and then I'll upload that video. So I think that's probably better in the long run, actually, because I don't really see too many people sitting through and watching like a 17-hour long real time print, unless you want to see it live. Just jump in and out as you please. Anyway, uh, I have it set up. You saw me I was getting everything all set up, ready to go. What we're going to do tonight is, on my thumbnail, you saw a throttle. My son wants a throttle on his little Power Wheels Prego John Deere riding tractor. Down in my description, you'll see a link to my playlist for everything that I've done to that. I've put a motorized deck on it, and he pushes a button, the deck moves up and down, and I made that out of metal and lights and all kinds of stuff I've done to it. One of the line streams I had last week was a little valve, a quick connect valve that's on my tractor to clean out the mower deck. He wanted that on his, and he wants a throttle on his. He actually has a little part that I took off of my tractor, the little push button for when you go in reverse, to stop or to allow the blades to continue. I took that off my tractor, about 2 or 3 years ago, and stuck it on his. So that's his little push button to, pretend that he's starting everything up. I do have an idea of 3D printing some kind of mounting system and put a motor on it so it actually really will cut grass. But that's the dad in me that wants to do it. But the parent in me is saying, no, that's dangerous, right? So I don't know. Maybe I set something up where maybe it's key activated, or I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, what I got down here. Before we start working on, I'm not going to be printing the. I have chickens here in the background. I'm not going to be working on the. We're not printing the throttle today. What we are doing is we are going to print. He wants on his deck. He wants those plastic covers over the pulleys for the blades. He wants those on his deck too. So that's what I got here. It's just a simple little design. We are going to design we'll try to get to all of it, but we'll see. But we are going to design the throttle tonight. Then maybe with the next live stream, we'll finish up and we'll start printing that because this is going to be in two different colors. We're going to have black uh, for the casing and everything, and then the actual lever itself is going to be orange. And I do have plenty of orange filament here. Orange, for some reason, seems to be my color lately. It's my son's favorite color, but for some reason, I'm going with an orange theme on my printer. But let's get into FreeCAD, and we'll get that started. All right. Here we are in FreeCAD. Let's create a new body, new sketch. Now, I know enough to get around in FreeCAD and make things work. And if there's anything that I don't know, I'll put the link down in my description um, to a gentleman called Mango Jelly. I'll give a shout out to him. I've been learning a lot of stuff that I didn't realize with FreeCAD, and he makes it easy for anybody to learn this stuff. Let's go back here to this is what we're going to be doing here. So this is going to be the pulley system. This is just a cover. That's all it is. So we need two of them, one for each side, and they're going to be. This will be under his tractor, so this will stick out, and then over here is where the motor deck is. So this overall is going to be 40 millimeter. Overall on the width is 80 millimeter. I'm going to do 20 millimeter high on the pulley area and 5 millimeter high on the area. So we're going to put screws in here. So the screws will be right here. So we'll have to put the cutouts for those. But something real simple. I'll probably do a very light infill. I might not even, to be honest with you, I probably won't even put screw holes in there. I might just drill through it because I don't really know where it's going yet. Can you see my mouse moving around? Don't think you can. Let's see here. I was looking at another program to try. Let's see, capture mouse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can see my mouse. I think. I was looking at another program to try because this OBS program I'm using it's kind of buggy a little bit. Oh well. Anyway, let's get started here. So we're going to do 80 across, 40. So let's start with making a curve. Start here in center, and we're going to do 80. So that's going to be 40. See, this is where I always get everything mixed up. So that's 40 there already. That's not going to work, is it? I tell you what we'll do. We'll start with this part. So we're going to do 40. And that's going to bring us up to 80. And from here, we'll come out about 10. So I really don't have a plan for this. Because I don't have much room to work with. But what is that? 2, 4, 6. So that's 28 millimeters to here. And I probably shouldn't take it that far. So if we probably just close this out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's create another sketch on top of this sketch. And we'll take this in about there. What I'm doing here is making the bevel. Nope, we'll do this one. I'm hoping this works. I'm having problems with doing my bevels. I was watching that guy's mango jellies. I like that name. That's just a great name. Let's raise this sketch up. How was everybody's weekend? Mine was pretty good. I had to work, but I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing here. What did I say how high we're going to take this? 4 millimeters, 20 high. Yeah, 20 high should be good. Yeah, that should be good. All right. Get this back in the center. Sketch, add section. There we go. That works. All right. Let's create another body. Do another sketch. We'll do it on this plane again. And what I'm going to do here is just do a box. And if we're doing 40 and that's 20, was that 23 or 28? I think it was, wasn't it? We'll do 14. There's nothing special about this. This is now his foot pedal, his little foot plate is going across here. So close that and we'll pad this. Don't want to do 10. I only want to do about 5. Maybe we should do 4. I'm not even worried about that part. Should I just... No, let's not do anything about that. It'll just be fine. Let's take this, this, and can't remember where it's at. I'm trying to look for the create clone. No. Oh, we'll be fine. Let's export this. Select object. Thought I did. Pulley. Cover. Okay. Let's go into Cura. It shouldn't take long to print. See what it does on my standards on the hour and a half to print. Okay. That should be pretty good. No, well, that should be alright. See what the preview looks like. Okay. We should have made this a solid. But it'll be alright. Let's get everything set up because I was printing with TPU, so layer height is 2. That's all good. Wall thickness, we should do 3 because he's going to be stepping on it. So gaps that seems good. 3 and 3 top and bottom pattern. Let's do concentric. Infill density. Let's do grid. Should probably take this to 10. Maybe I'll take it to 15. We can play with that in a little bit. Need to drop this down to 200. It's pretty hot in here right now. It's what is it? Well, it's 70 degrees in here at the printer and 44% humidity. Build plate temp. Take this to 50. And take that initial layer at 55. Print speed. We can print this at 50. That looks good. Skirt. Looks good. Mesh. Good. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Let's slice and see what the infill's going to do. Hour and a half. We might be able to take that down to 10, huh? Slice it again. I mean, we're not saving much time, but I'm not trying to save time, but save material. We should be good on that. Save it. I had a problem with my Octoprint today. I couldn't get it to connect to the internet. I had a heck of a time trying to get it to go. Alright, let's upload it. Switch you over to the printer. If you like what you see here, if you want to see other stuff, if you want to support the channel, I do have a buy me a cup of coffee link. It's down in the description. Also, let me know down in the comments on what you want to see printed, and we'll definitely print it. Where did the pulley cover go? There it is. I want to figure out how to change that on your screen there with the graph. You see the octopus there. I want to try to figure out how to change that. If anybody's ever done that, let me know. Now we just gotta find. I should really one of these days clear out all the clear out all my files I have in the Octoprint. All right, could not capture snapshot. Oh, I still got that darn thing still coming on. I, I'm going to try a new operating system with. It starts with a J. I can't remember what it is offhand. If I try to search it right now, it's going to mess up your graphs. But I can search my phone. My dog's out there barking about something. But anyway, it starts with a J. It's a operating system for the printer instead of getting rid of this Martin, because that firmware that I used, Creality's firmware, is just not working well. Once with this new with the CR Touch, and there's a lot of people that are using that are saying the same thing. Uh, nice muggy day. Hey, it's the what, first day of summer today? Is it today first day of summer? Is that yesterday? Well, why is it going by fast? It's going by real fast. Oh. All right. Remember now, this still does not save my come on, my bed leveling. It does not save my um, offset. I really like to know why. So we're going to do the bed level here. To be honest with you, it's kind of pointless. I mean, I can see it if you have one of those flexible beds, but if you have a glass bed on here, and the beds do warp, the glass beds do warp, but if you have a glass bed on here, a fairly new glass bed, this glass bed's only maybe 2 months old, and once you get this leveled up and you have this is a concrete board that this printer's resting on. It's a 1/4 inch thick concrete board. Once you have your bed manually leveled, there's really no point of having one of these what's the Bluetooth or the BL Touch and the CR Touch. There's really no point to them if you have this in a secure spot on glass. Even with that flexible metal. Now I can see it with that with the magnetic flexible bed that that magnetic bed, that rubber. I do see the the auto leveling beneficial for that, but with the glass bed, I don't see it. More of a gimmick, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. I'll wait until I finish this last one and do my probe Z offset again. Got a couple ideas I want to do. I want to do a series of videos like this. I think I want to build a robotic rover. 3D print a rover. Make it completely autonomous. Now I've built quadcopters that are autonomous. In fact, I thought about getting my big one out and flying it around today. I haven't flown it in a good, maybe a good year. Make a rover, make an autonomous rover to drive. Now plot it a course for it throughout these fields. Everything, all 3D print everything. The tires, rims, the whole body, everything. I think that'd be an interesting project to do. Let's see how this first layer goes down. See, I should have made that. Oh god, little claw there, little blob. I should have done is I should have dried this. It being how humid it is out, I should have dried this before or today. All right. Well, anyway, I will be right back. Watch the print for about a minute, so I gotta go do something real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay. As I said in, I think I put a comment up. Here's a, recap of the. I pre-recorded this. I did this the other day when I got back and found out that my stream didn't, fully save. But I did say that we're going to review the print after, or the following, for on this episode. We review the print that we did the other day. But of course, my son wanted his grass shoot on his mower um, quickly. So here's the pre-recorded review of it. Okay, obviously this is pre-recorded. The print came out pretty good. I'm pre-recording this because my son wants this on his mower deck right away, and it will be installed before the next live stream. So this is the TPU Overture. I mentioned during the stream that I noticed that this blob here, and I have a void right here, and I was concerned I was going the whole way around, but it stops right here on the seam. I must have had a clog there. I have a couple other ones, small little voids just on the edges here. So, but other than that, it's pretty sturdy. Like I said, it's the walls are 3 layers, top, bottom, and the walls are all 3 layers. It's almost like leather, like big thick leather. It's going to go. I'm just going to use a hinged one I just had laying around. Unfortunately, I'll probably mention this during the live stream. I'll insert this clip into it. But unfortunately, I discovered that YouTube only allows you to save 12 hours of streaming or upload 12 hours of video or 128 gigabytes, whichever one comes first, I guess. And so even though I didn't lose all the footage, I record everything as a backup. But I think I'm not gonna re-upload the full bill because, like I said, it was like 17 and a half hours long. But I was able to stream for that long. It was still printing while we were up at camp. I kept checking in on it through my phone, and yeah, so I think this is going to work out pretty good. Nice and rugged. I mean, if he hits something with this, it's not going to break. We'll put the hinge on it. I'll melt some holes through it. We'll put the hinge on, and then he'll be able to raise and lower it. That's what he wants. Back to the stream. All right. He got a thrill out of it. He loves it. So what we're going to do next is, I was just going to mention something, but I can't remember what it was. I work on this now. These cameras aren't the greatest. I hope that's coming through for you okay. Anyway, sorry here. I'm just checking some things out here on my stats. Just making sure I need to up my memory on my computer is what I need to do. I'm kind of spacing tonight. I've been awake for almost 24 hours now. I went to work at midnight. It just one problem after another. I go and start the truck up this morning, and I drove for probably about maybe I don't know about 20 miles and stopped at a fuel stop and got fuel. Walked around the truck and the trailer and everything, and started smelling the antifreeze. And I didn't think anything of it. I got up to the first customer and I was unloading and smelled the antifreeze. And now I unload. I pull a bulk tank. So, pardon me. Let me get you for the two. I pull a bulk tank, and what I do is, my truck runs when I'm unloading. I'm running at about 1500 RPM when I'm unloading, and that's just the template's just climbing on it, smelling the antifreeze and everything, and I couldn't figure it out. I looked and looked and looked, didn't see any leak, and you know, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, so it was dark. I deliver out to coal mines and things like that, and I was down at a power plant today this morning, and where I was at, there wasn't any light. But anyway, I didn't see anything. And then I got to my second customer at a paper mill. I smelled it again strongly, and I finally found there's antifreeze on the top of my radiator, um, around all the hose fittings, and the bottom of the radiator was just saturated with antifreeze. So I don't know what that's all about. That's one of the things when I came home today, and then right before the live stream, I went and took the truck down to the shop and dropped the trailer off, and took the truck down to the shop, and hopefully they'll look at it tomorrow. Okay, so we're gonna make this throttle body, or this throttle, and I'm not sure how I want to do this, but this is probably going to end up being a two-part thing. I'll probably design some of it tonight and then finish it up on the next stream and print it. You seeing that other print? See, what do you want to see here? I need to have like a button so I can just push it back and forth. That's what I need. Maybe we should 3D print one of those, huh? I have a couple microcontrollers laying around, and maybe we'll make a little streaming thing so I just push a button so I'm not looking up here at this screen all the time. Try to figure out what you're seeing and what you're not. Well, I should do that, but flipping back and forth with the mouse. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing now. We're going to be making that throttle that is in my clicker, my little clickbait window, whatever, my thumbnail. Strange names. So this is his steering wheel right here. This is his dash. What we have on his dash is over here, I have a key, an actual real key I installed, that wired everything up. And then over here, he has a push button to start and stop his make-believe blades. And then right here, he has a rocker switch to raise and lower the deck. Over here is a volt gauge. So we're going to be removing the volt gauge off of his dash. And we're going to put the volt gauge over here and probably move the button like over here. He has switches. He has two switches here. One switch is for his headlights. The other switches are for his four ways that he has in the front and the back of the tractor. So those are only, with those switches being there and the top of the dash, that's only going to give me a 60 millimeter to work with. From the dash to the bottom of the steering wheel is roughly 70 millimeters, but we're going to say 60 millimeter to keep it in this ballpark, to keep it safe. And it curves up here, so I squared this off, and that gave me 40 millimeter to work with. So we have 40 and 60 to work with. Let's see what we can come up with here. 60 millimeter high. So we'll start with my dog's barking like a lunatic. That's what we'll start with. Anybody want free dogs? A 3-year-old and is he 3 now? 3-year-old shepherd, and the other one's not even. She's only like maybe 6 or 7 months old. Another female shepherd. They're nuts. How God, I let them out when I go to work in the mornings, and he just comes out. I go to work between 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning is when I usually go, and I let him out, and then he just goes ballistic. Now we have fields all around us, so there's deer and animals and everything else, and all around there. And he goes out into the fenced-in area. Our backyard's partially fenced in for the dogs, but yeah, she doesn't bark too often. She barks when there's an actual threat, but he barks if the leaf when the leaves turn green. He's like, "Oh my God, the leaf turned green," or if no, if a cloud happens to roll by, he goes ballistic. He's just psycho. They're good dogs, but just psychotic. I would not want to tangle with him. I've tangled with him before, but wouldn't know about it when he's a little pup. But we have a love-hate relationship kind of thing. I'm always the one that's there, at the vet, or if he gets hurt. He's been electrocuted I don't know how many times now. It first started with him running after some stray cat, some farm cat. He ran after the farm cat and went underneath the electrical fence, and it got him. I wasn't home for that. My wife said he had his tail tucked up and he was yapping, and she said she's never seen him run so fast across the field. And then all my power tools, for some reason, when I plug them into the outlets down in the garage, they're not grounded or something, and so they'll give you a nice little zap from time to time, and he it's I'm always around. It's always me that he's with when he gets zapped, except for that first time. But oh well. All right, so let's get a reference point in here to figure out what we're doing. I'm just sitting here yapping away. That's what the sleep deprivation does to you, I guess. Let's construe this so we know what we're working with. And Mango Jelly, I know you're a subscriber. Well, you told me that, but thanks for subscribing. If you see me doing something wrong in here, let me know. I mean, I watch all your videos and stuff, but I still end up doing it my own way. There's some things I've picked up from you. That alphabet thing that font thing that you showed me, showed that you not showed me, but I don't know why I said that. Just tired, I guess. Um, your last video with the fonts, that's very helpful. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Okay, let's get this all centered. Select 2 points. Oh. Where's my points at? Oh, I didn't use a point. Oh, I see what I did. There we go. Let's delete all these. I'm going to do it the way I know how to. I don't mess with that one too often. Okay. Here, here. Why are my points not showing up? That's what I like to know. Let's restart this. Create a new one. Let's create a sketch. See, this is what I mean. Why I can get. Oh, that dog. I tell you what, I'm going to do. I'm going to be right back. Dog off. Hey. Oh, it looks like my audio input capture is still on while I go to my be right back screen. I am back, so apparently you can hear me. I had to go out and yell at my dog for a minute. Well, okay. So that means you're going to be hearing background noise, so I'll just turn that off for the next time. Okay. Let's get you onto the printer screen while I restart this FreeCAD. For some reason, it's not giving me my points. It's not displaying my points. Let's make sure my go through and redo this screen capture. There we go. How does that print go? Looks prints look like it's going pretty good. Now I need to make two of those. I need to mirror one of them. Actually, no, I don't actually, because I should print both of them at the same time. I thought I had to mirror them because normally I wanted to make the curve so it snug up against where his foot rests, but I figured it's just such a small curvature. He'll probably end up knocking him off anyway. Okay, let's try this again. Let's get you back into FreeCAD. All right, here we go. Let's create a box. There's my points. Look at that. Now let's get serious now. Maybe. Do this one. This one. Cancel that. What am I doing? Wrong button. There we go. And what did I say? 40 is going to be our working area. And let's construe our height. 60. That is fully construed. You'd be proud, Mango Jelly. You'd be proud of that one. That's the first time I've ever had a box turn fully green on me. Let's switch this over to that. Now here's where I just completely got lost. Because that should have... Well, that was supposed to... Oh, that's why you do that. See, look, I just learned something. These are... When you turn blue like that, that is all my construction tools. And then you click here, and that's all my regular building tools. Good to know. So let's just delete this, delete. We'll just end up deleting all that once we're done. Close that. Let's create a new sketch. Say okie dokie. I got a little bit of yes, I'm probably gonna get flagged for this, but I don't care. Has anybody ever had this stuff before? Not your father's root beer. It's like 5.9% adult beverage, which isn't that much, but it's pretty good. Pardon me. So if I have to be right back, is because I'm going to get another one. Let's get cracking here. So we want this curved, don't we? Darn it. Let's close this. And none of this stuff Yep. Nope. Get rid of that. Tasks. Create body. Create sketch. We're just going to be creating bodies and sketches all day, all night long. That's all we're going to be doing. Let's go to my XYZ. I just realized what I did. Okay. Line. So we got 60 millimeters is our working spot. So if I don't want to go too far, so if we take it down to what, 50, and my dog's out there going nuts again. 50, right? Do you want to do 50? What's 50 millimeters look like? 50. That should be, because the 60 is... So that is my working space. And 50... Yeah. All right, I gotta go put that dog inside. I will be right back. Oh, oh, the audio's still on. Yeah, well, I'm not perfect, so you heard me yelling at my dog to get in the house, and yeah, they're going a little psychotic. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know what's going on around here. Back into free cat. I don't know what's going on. I said in my last stream that my neighbors, um, not my immediate neighbor, but the neighbor on the other side of my immediate neighbor, and they're still a field. No, we got to shout at each other to hear each other. And we still can't hear each other. We got to walk halfway across the field to talk. No, to yell at each other. Uh, but the neighbor beside them, they're two elder people, two elder couple, real nice people. But they have these LED strip lights up on their back porch. I don't know what the heck that's all about. I just noticed them the other day, and they got them turned on again, going through all kinds of different colors and blinkings and flashing and strobing. Being young, I guess. Um, but my neighbor across the street from me, he's diagonal, and they have three buses down there, and he's got a farm there, but they got their buses running right now. I don't know why. It's 9:30 at night. God only knows. I don't care. I mean, we live out here in the middle of nowhere. People do all kinds of crazy stuff out here. I walked out one time and just started shooting guns at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Woke up in the just woke up, went out and just started firing off a pistol into the ground. Well, I know what I was doing, but I won't discuss it on here. Varmints. Something was trying to get our chickens. It didn't even phase anybody out here. Um, see what I'm on my fourth one of this. I tell you what, this tastes like. If you if you take those root beer barrels, those root beer barrels, and you turn them into a liquid, right? And you add Jägermeister to it. I'm a fan of Jägermeister, but that's what it tastes like. I've just been getting sick and tired of beer lately. Now I don't drink often. I mean, I I drive a semi for a living. I've been doing it for years, but I've always lived under one rule. Well, multiple rules, but I've always stuck to one rule when it comes to adult beverages in a semi truck. Um, I will not. I'm not working tomorrow, but I will not touch a drop of alcoholic beverage. Oh, adult beverage. I'm sorry, adult beverage within 24 hours of me getting behind the wheel of a truck. And I think it should be that way with all vehicles. No, but everybody should think that. It's funny because I don't want to bring politics up here, and I'm not going to. But the whole that Mr. Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi, he got nailed for DUI. Um, it's funny because Nancy Pelosi was she ran. She was head of transportation or something, transportation secretary or something like that, a few years ago. Um, but she let's get back over to here. Because here I am talking, no, forgetting to hit switches and stuff. But she made it very hard for us drivers. She's making it very hard for us, kicking us out of our state and everything out. But yeah, we're not going to go there. I don't want to bring that type of stuff into this channel. But it's just a little bit of irony, I guess. But yeah, this is what I was showing. It's pretty good. I got it last year, and then I haven't been able to find it again, and I found it the other day, so I got some. And you're on the Be Right Back. Maybe I shouldn't have that stuff and try to do this. Oh well. Hey, I'm here to have fun. Hopefully, you're here to have fun. Um, we learn something together, like what mixes and what don't. Hey, did you hear that? That beep? That was my printer beeping. I'm having this problem with my printer with with that new Marlin that I uploaded from to work with the CR Touch, and it's beeping randomly. It makes beeps. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Let's get back to designing this. I'm gonna try this tonight. Seagram's Escapes. Was it pineapple and coconut flavors? Like I said, I'm done with the beer for some reason. I like my old, I like my stouts and stuff like that. I'm not a light beer drinker, like a light beer. I've I've always been into dark beers. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that's way too sugary. I mean, I just came back from drinking root beer, but hmm, yeah, no, I don't know how I feel about that. It's like a pineapple. It's like a fresh pineapple, and then the coconut afterwards. I think what's throwing it off is it's colored blue. I think that's what's throwing it off. You'd see this blue and think it'd be some kind of like berry kind of thing. I think that's what it's doing, but I wouldn't. I'm not gonna have another one of those flavors. No way. My wife can have the blue ones. Uh, you see here, I'm going back over here. It's going to freak out. Let's actually try to get something done here. I mean, we do have the printers going off. It's kind of printing in the background. So don't mean to bring in the. This is going to be an interesting live stream. So whoever watches, you guys got to be like, what the hell's wrong with him? Let's bring. I tell you what I'm going to do now. let's not do that. Let's come over here. Yeah, let's make it interesting, I guess. And just give me a second and I'll get everything situated. Video capture device. Now you're upside down. Why are you upside down? Okay, that button there, and that button there. This is going to be a messed up stream. I don't care. I'm having fun. That's the whole point of this. Oh, darn it. That is not the one I want. You're going to watch my desktop. Yeah, let's do desktop. Maybe. We'll do a little window there. Do a little window there. Another desktop. Just bear with me. I wonder how many people have tuned in and said, "What is wrong with this guy?" and left. Oh, damn it. Didn't want to do that. Did it again. See, what happens when my cameras are upside down, the way I have them mounted is just printing them upside down and making them appear upside down. So I got to go in here and transform them and flip them vertically and then flip them horizontally. And then I have to crop them down. Like that. There you go. There. Chickens growling. Yes. For those who are tuning in, there are chickens in here. See, where I'm at is not, we're not getting anything done tonight, are we? We're just sitting here. I'm just talking about chickens. I'm in my shed. My workshop. It is about 70 feet, 60 feet, somewhere around there. By, I think, 16 feet. It looks like a barn. It looks like a really long barn. It's got a loft up in it. Um, I can probably fit one, two. I can probably fit 3 cars in here, lengthwise, you know. But anyway, there's a little section that's only about. I think this is only a 12-foot bench here. I got multiple workbenches across, but I got a 12-foot workbench here, and I think these workbenches came from like an old school. It's like the old style that you'd see. Now I'm 44 years, 44 or 45. How old am I? 44. 44, because I'm born in 77. Yeah. So I remember seeing these desks at school, in high school, but that was 20 some years ago. Maybe more than that. 95, 96. That was my graduating class. There's 96. So anyway, yeah. So over 20 years ago. But these benches I have here, these are like these robust. I hit them with hammers and sledgehammers and drilled through them and beat the crap out of them. Now I resurfaced this part here um, for my videos. I made it all look nice and pretty and stuff. But yeah, I resurfaced this, and this is probably about a 4-foot section. You're only seeing probably about maybe 3 feet of it. I'd say, yeah, probably about 3 feet of it. No, because where you see my hand here, that's the end. That's my PCs right here. My streaming PC's right there. And then over here, I have my monitor, and then I got stacks of filament behind that. But then I got a monitor up here too, which is actually end up being quite nice. But the problem is, it's an old TV, so um, it's not a full high def monitor, or a computer monitor. It's an old TV that I had in my truck when I've had this flat screen for years. It's been all over the country with me. When I used to drive cross country. Um, but yeah, it's seen all the states that I've seen. Um, then up here I got a couple now some of my test equipment and stuff that I use. I won't get into all that on other streams. But after the PC is my printer, um, and I built a special enclosure around it that you can see up. Let's get over the desktop here. It's be easier. You can see up here. You can see the walls. That's like a 2-foot box, basically, is what that is. 3 walls. I painted it and put a little flower there to make it look pretty, to stimulate the mind. But yeah, this here is what you see on the camera. This is my work area, and there's about maybe 2 more foot that way. But it's all filament. That's all it is. Now my monitor's, well, you can't see it because the screen's covering up. But my monitor's right here. It's the start of my monitor, my one monitor, main one, and it's just all stacks of filament behind it. But hey, it works for me. Anyways, as I was saying, I want to wall all this off behind me, completely wall it, because there's nothing in here that's it. I don't. It's pretty hot in here right now, and I don't really. In the wintertime, I don't come out. I don't do anything out here in the wintertime because it's not heated. I have a heater for it, but I have a cool burner for it, but I don't have it installed. Um, I think if I wall this off here, maybe like a 12-foot by 12-foot section, put a heater in there, I can be out here all day long in the wintertime. Hey, let's try to get something done here. Here we go. Okay, we got the printer going on. Up there, over there's the printer. And this box is my desk. I don't know why I put that down there. I'm not monetized, so cheers. I'd like to be monetized, to be honest with you. Not to not as a supplemental income, or like to pay for my filament so I get more. That's about the only I put back into here. I enjoy doing these videos, and I think I'm going to like this live stream stuff. What are we working with here? Let's actually try to get something done. I keep saying that, but no, we keep. Heck, it's been an hour and 15 minutes, I think. An hour and 21 minutes. Okay. It's upside down. 60. So let's do 50. So we'll do right there. Let's do 28. 30, 60. So do 28. I can always sand it if I need to. What am I doing? What did I say that was? 28. So that'd be 56. 56. Okay. Now let's make an arch. See what that's going to look like here. Because we do this, and that's going to give me, that's going to be pretty high. I don't want it that high. Let's not do an arch. Let's do that little squiggly thing. Yeah, let's do this. And if we got 60 high, I want to at least make sure we give him some room so he can get his hands in there. So why don't we do this? Come on. And we'll make it about there. That looks good. I think that will work. One thing, um, this is going to be the pivot point right here. And if I have that up there, here's about the thing about my son. He's 7 years old, but he picks out every little detail. Every little detail. If I would sit there and have make the lever for right here, the pivot point for the lever right here, this is the center axis, and put the lever, bring it up to here, he would notice that when it curves, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I'm sure you probably already understand this. So we got that, but you see how the pivot point is in center here. If the handle, we got the throttle coming up, and then we have the handle right here. Put another one here so you can see. So think of this as the handle. He would know that when this comes down through here and it comes all the way across, it would hit the handle here. He would pick that up like crazy. He would completely say that it doesn't create an arch the way this arch is. He's 7. And he would see that and he'd probably get upset actually. God, what have I created? What have I? Let's see, my chicken's even laughed about that. What have I created? He just picks up on little things like that. Let's get rid of all this stuff here. So I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to bring that pivot point down. Huh. Yeah, this live stream completely went off the rails tonight. I'm going to have to make it like that for him. All right. I'm sitting here looking at my stats up here and trying to figure out why I'm at. See, I'm trying to take it easy on my system. It's not the most biggest, baddest, powerful system out there. Um, that's just pointless if you ask me. But what I'm doing is I'm streaming at 1080p at 30 frames a second. I can do 60 no problem, and I can do 30 like it's butter. Pardon me. But ever since I had started this second monitor. I think it's because it's an old TV. I think that's why. But I'm noticing some. I'm at 2.8% frames missed due to rendering lag, and I think I don't have a graphics card in this. I'm running this off the um, processor, the built-in graphics on a chip. My God, I looked at graphic cards the other day. Yesterday, or no, this morning was unloading. I was looking at graphics cards. Who in their right mind would pay something like pay the price that those things are? Now you got to understand something here. Like I said, I'm 44 years old. I've been around computers for quite some time. I've built them. I've tinkered with them. I've programmed them. I've written code. I haven't done that stuff in quite some time. Probably about a good 20 years since I've done something like that. I think the last PC I built was 2008, actually, just before my wife and I got married. I built a PC. That was the last PC that I owned, actually. And then I switched everything. No, we switched to Mac. Um, I've been doing Mac for quite some time, and then we switched. I bought this HP with the Radeon with the AMD Ryzen 7. Uh, it's holding up pretty good. I mean, I've been putting it through a lot of stuff lately. I've been hammering at it, so it's doing me pretty good. It'll work. I definitely need for this whole. If I get more cameras or anything like that, I might need a new. I might need a graphics card, a GPU. GPU. I can't remember. Certain beverages are starting to catch up on me. But hey, whatever. The whole reason for having this is for doing this, what I'm doing right now. All the other stuff is still done on the Mac. Okay. Well, the nice thing about what I just did here by putting this little window here up is, because I just started talking and looking at this window over on my other display, and so you can still see. Yeah, that was a good idea. Okay, that's he's gonna know that. I can't do that. He's gonna know that. How high can we take this? To I have these set at 2. Let's take it. Let's take them to 10. So each one's 10, right? Each one's 10. I have 60 high. Yeah, see, that's one thing I don't like about the camera up here is when I lean over, my head gets in the way. I don't care if you guys see me or not, but I just. So take this up to 20 up there. Now, see, that looks kind of odd now. Take it to 6. Maybe we'll go. That might work, actually. This might work. This might work here. Let's see what happens if I take this up here. This might work, because if I go up to here and go up there, that's not as noticeable. And actually, I don't think mine, I don't, you know, this is going to be handy. When mine, or I could do it on here. When my lever is fully forward, it is up against this a little bit. Now this here, this little arch right here you see is the actual body. You'll see it in a minute when I finally decide to extrude it. But this might work, and that's what 10, no, what 6, 12, 18, 24, 20. Let's give this a shot. Let's see how this does. So let's actually try to accomplish something. We're going to pad this, and it's going to disappear on us. And I don't know why. Why is that disappearing on us? Why did you disappear? Do I have everything? See, this is where when it goes like when it goes a little haywire, I don't know what I'm doing. Or I shouldn't say that. Well, maybe I should say that. When it goes haywire on me, I get a little confused, and I don't know why. We closed that, and we pad it. Maybe. Oh, maybe we didn't close it. I don't think we closed it. My dogs must be back outside because something just slammed up against the shed. So, how's the print doing? Oh, it's looking pretty good. Should have done two of them at the same time. So that's what I should have done. Okay. What did I pad that at? There's one of them. Pad. Edit pad. 10 millimeters. Okay, so if we got 40 millimeters wide, this is at 10. And how thick do I want that base to be? I want it at 10 because he's going to be ripping into it. I know that. So 10, 10, 30. So if we do 15 on this, that'll give me my 40. You know another thing that he wants? He wants... Oh, I should look at one of Mango Jelly's videos because he just did a thing about the lace, the lattice. He just did a lattice where he was taking text and shapes and stuff like that and curving it around that. So that's something we'll have to get into in a little bit. Not tonight. I don't think that's going to happen tonight. But that's something that we'll do with the next stream, actually. I got to learn how to do it properly. So I'm not sitting here just fumbling around like I'm doing now. But hey, I think it's hysterical. Everybody thinks what they want, but I enjoy this. So we're at 15. Let's take this one to 20. All right, if we're going to do 20 and 10 and 10, hit OK. Let's take this body and let's copy this. We should just hit the little doggy thingy up here. And that's the clone. And you're not going to let me, are you? So we'll take this pad, we'll edit this pad, we'll drop this pad down to 10. Yeah. And we will move this. Move object after another object. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Where is it? I can't think straight right now. Placement. Position. I think it's, yes. Okay. Sketch pad. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I see what you're doing. You are copying what I'm making here. That's pretty handy. I didn't realize that. I didn't know you could do that. So, what that means is we need to go back and go, I say 40. So we're going to do 15 and 15. There we go. 15 and 15. And we're going to make sure that they are 10. Where's my position? I think that's 10, isn't it? From there to there is 10. That's not 10. That's like 5. Because these are 20, or no, these are 15. Okay. We can work on that later. Okay. There we go. There's that. That's cool. Pardon me. Let's get out of that. Let's create a body, create a sketch, and we are going to do another sketch this way right here. Let's turn this to wireframe. This is where the center point is going to be. So let's make I think 4 millimeters is going to be fine. It's going to be sturdy enough. No, it's not going to be sturdy enough. No, so we'll stay with 8. Let's get rid of this. So let's do 8 all the way up, actually. Yeah, I don't know about, well, should be alright, I guess. We can always come back and fix it later. This will just give us a rough idea of what we're looking at. So let's pad this, and we'll, what I say, 10. What this is actually going to end up doing is giving us this is actually going to give us an idea of where we're at. black. Because they're going to be printed in the black TPU. Or not TPU. This will be the orange. All right. What did I say? 10. So 10 and those are 15. That's 40. Okay. So that's 5. We need to come over. All right, that's what we're making right there. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, Calypso Colada. Colada. Calypso Colada. That stuff's just terrible. That's terrible. I don't care what people think. That's just terrible. That's oh. Oh. Yeah, this video is not getting monetized. I still have to hit my subscriber count yet. Hey, like and subscribe. It won't always be like this. Maybe it will actually. I don't know. But I tell you, another a person I like watching live stream is Big Clive. Big Clive Live. Check him out. He uh he does the same thing. What I like about him is he does the same thing that I did when I was a kid. I used to tear things apart. I still do to this day. And my son does the same thing. I have a drawer here full of just stuff I tore apart. This came out of where did this come out of? This is a stepper motor. Um, this came out of a printer, um, paper printer, I don't know, photo printer that broke, and I tore it apart, and I saved all these little parts like this. Like I got lots of stuff like this. Here's a this this is actually a oh, what's this called? I can't remember what it's called. Oh God. Anyway, it's used to broadcast TV signals over the air. But yeah, I have drawers full of this stuff. Here is a circuit board to a infrared remote control for one of those little $5 helicopter things. Transmitter. It's a transmitter. But that's a video transmitter that for circuit board. This, I have no idea what this is. Um, it's a data collector of some sort. There's several parts to this. And I don't think I have them all in this drawer. They might be in other drawers. There are several parts to this. Here's a part of it. This is a circuit board off of a printer. I mean, here's a microwave capacitor. That has been discharged. And it has a 10 mega ohm resistor inside of it anyway, so it's discharged. But I did just test it. It is discharged. In fact, I think I have a micro. Well, here's a transformer. Here's a transformer from a microwave. This is a little smaller one. I think this is, yeah, this is from a microwave that I took apart and rewound it as a step-down transformer. No, step down, so it's not, several thousand volts. This is the main leads that come in. But this live stream completely went off the rails now, didn't it? Yeah, it did. So let's just continue these rails. All right. So this is from a. This is from the inners of a micro. I can't speak right now. Microwave transformer. This is a small one, but I got the mains coming in, and I have this. This actually goes up to 15 volts, but it puts out a serious amount of amps. I haven't used this in years, but I still have it. This, I actually use this for my Christmas lights. I mentioned in my last stream that my Christmas lights, I do synchronized Christmas lights, and this is the FM transmitter for it. Just this little $5 thing I got. This thing, now it all depends on how you hook these up. You know, one thing you have to have a license for this stuff. You don't have to, but I do have a license for this. But I hooked this up to if you just do the little wire antenna that comes with it, you can hear it at the end of your driveway, no problem. But I actually hooked this up onto my radio tower. I have a little tower out here, and I put the antenna on top of the tower and tuned to this frequency and put that on. You could hear that like 2-3 miles down the road. You hear the music to my Christmas lights. And what do I have here? This is an echo, a reverb, and a delay board for a CB radio. Really make truckers mad with this. LED lights all over the place. These are from off my old truck. Got a bunch of them in here. I'm not even sure if these even still work. You know what? Let's see if these things work. I mean, this stream went completely. I don't even know where it went, to be honest with you. I went from designing something. Well, we pretty much got it designed. I'm done with that design. We're like almost 2 hours into the stream. Let's figure out where my cable is. That might be the problem. Where is my cable? this it? Yes. Are you back? There we go. I knocked out my my little microphone. Okay, there we go. Let's put that in there. Let's plug that in. Now there was something with these. I remember. I'll get to that in a minute. The polarity on this. The ground is white. See, that's what I remember now. Ground is a white wire. Very odd. Remember when I first hooked these up in my truck? I had them under the cab and across the fuel tanks and stuff. But these haven't. It's been 10, 12 years since these things seen any kind of power. We are at. Turn the amperage down a little bit. I don't want to put too much amperage into this. 3 volts. I think these are 12 volts. There we go. Oh, look, we got. Do you see that? I got 4 of them that are not lit. And I'm at 6.7 volts. So oh, see there. I figured it just wasn't doing the resistor. I don't understand. They're in resin, so why did they screw them in? Now, you can see the screws in there? There's the diode, and there's the resistors for them. Should be going to, it should go up to 15. This thing goes up to 30. I don't have any use for these anymore. We're at 28 volts. That's all she's going to give is 28 volts. There we go. We're going up to... Ooh, we're at 31.5 volts. Wow, you can feel that heating up. Oh, you can feel those transistors. Oh, the printer's done. Oh, crap. Don't you hit that. I just realized something here. The printer is done, and I gotta disconnect this wire. There we go. I have it set up to when the print is done, it will raise the bed. Let's get you over to the printer. Okay. It will raise the, not raise the bed. What am I thinking about? The print head will raise up and go to the left, all the way to the top and left. And when it does that, it hits a micro switch. And when that happens, it shuts down the feed. So we don't want that. Not when it's starting to get good, huh? Okay. It's still like 70 degrees inside this shop here. I should let it cool down a little bit, but I am being impatient right now. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not coming off there. We gotta let that cool down. Anyway, looks pretty good. Looks like the thing's out of focus. I was messing with the cameras yesterday. Getting this top one set up. Let's get back to here. Getting this top one set up, or the one you're seeing right now, and get that window all set up. but you're here. Yeah, interesting. The voltage drop across that. Well, now, only these are lit up, but and that's at like 30 volt right there, putting out half an amp. I can't believe they're handling 30 volts. I mean, you can feel these resistors heating up through this resin. I had a bunch of these going across my truck. Well, my old truck, that old, was it? That was an old Peterbilt. So we'll turn this off and put it back. I'm kind of going way off. This channel is about. Actually, no, I'm not going off what this channel is about, because this channel is just about shenanigans, just stuff. Whatever I'm in the mood for that day, I guess. Whatever. No, I went from blowing things that, well, electrocuting things to his John Deere tractor add-on stuff I was doing, to building him a model train, to 3D printing, and now just randomness. That's what this is all about, randomness. Okay, back to this. This I found on one of my old trucks I had, the old Kenworth I had. It was the previous owner put some kind of, now this is some kind of cellular something, some kind of tracking data transmission. It had a chip in here, an SD card, one of those, a SIM card, from somebody that used to be around here, Cellular One. I don't even know if they still exist or not anymore. But it had a SMS chip in here. And this was connected like so. Might have been the other way around. No, that's the right way. Yeah. And then it was inside of a orange plastic cover. And then that screwed down on like this. I can't remember where that went to the other board. There's another board, a transmitter board. And then that went out to the antenna, and then it went to a metal enclosure. I'm not sure what it was. There was a bunch of wires that were hooked up to this, but when I traced the wires, they were all cut. So I'm not sure. I think it has something to do with the dispatching system, the old Qualcomm system. Yeah, because it was bought from a company that had several truck drivers, probably a good 100 or so truck drivers. That's where got it from. But I can never be able to. I was never able to get any information from this. I don't know. I don't even know. These are the LEDs. These are cool. What time is it? 10:30. 2-hour stream. That completely went haywire. I think it's just a mix of of being awake for almost 24 hours now. And my collection of adult beverages tonight made this an interesting night. Let's get back over to fruit, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be right back. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to mute this time. Okay. So the print actually turned out pretty good. I got a little extrusion problem here. Too much extruded right here on top. Right here too on the very end of it. A little bit of ghosting right here. Just on that one edge. Hey, that'll work. I ran it over real quick and stuck it down on his thing. That's oh, I could have gotten complete no away with 5% infill. It's a nice solid piece. Print another one of those off and put them on tomorrow. All right, so passion fruit mango this time. Tastes like sugar water. Anyway, what was I talking about when I started showing you all this electronic stuff? That's just that's not even scratching the surface. Big Clive Live. That's what I was talking about. Big Clive Live. He does all this electronic stuff. He does what I like doing. What I like doing, because I mean, I tore things apart like crazy. My parents stopped buying me stuff because I tore it apart. TV remotes, anything electronic, I tore it apart, and I'd always rebuild it into something different. So I mean, I don't know if that guy wasted it. Well, it was waste, I guess. But yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot doing that, though. You know, I encourage my son to. My son does the same thing, and I fully encourage him and provide him. I got him a little section over here, another table over. Um, cleared it all out for him and stuff like that, you know. And he's got his own little drawers and stuff, and it's all full of electronic stuff in here. And I tell him, "So here you go, play with it, learn, do what you want to do with it, you know." And lately, he's been doing a bunch of wood stuff. I do a little bit of wood. I got a couple of wood tools in here and stuff, wood lathe and things like that. But um, he tore apart our ceiling fan one time. This was probably he was probably 4 or 5. Had to have been about 5. It was about 2 years ago. No, maybe it was 3 years ago. Anyway, well, I don't know how he did this. Um, but I was out in the kitchen where my wife walked back because it was quiet for a while. So she walked back to check on him. And in his playroom, it was about 3 years ago, in his playroom, the ceiling fan, he took this, he had a little tyke, you know, that red car with the yellow roof on top. He took that and put a chair, like a little small plastic chair, just a little small little thing, on the roof of that. And then he stood on top of those until he was able to reach the ceiling fans. No, the ceiling fan, the blades. And he had a screwdriver and he took the blades off of the ceiling fan. My wife walked back to find no. I think he was climbing down when um, she walked back, but she walked back to find I think he had like 3 of the 5 ceiling fan blades down. And yeah, he's done a bunch of stuff like that. Oh well, I did stuff like that too. So I guess it's I guess payback for what I put my parents through. Okay, where were we? I don't even know where we were. This live stream has completely gone off rails to a completely different. Well, I mean, we got something printed, right? There's really no direction of my channel. It's just random stuff. It was going in a little bit of direction there for a while for all the several videos of the trains. That's a pretty cool little train set I made for him, though. He's got half of it destroyed already. I knew that was going to happen. his trains are okay. The track's okay. His scenery, it just looked like a tornado went through it. But other than that, it still runs and everything else. I'll do an update video of it for all the train guys out there that subscribe to my channel. Saw that one gentleman, Sean Pacific, popped up a video of an update the other day. He's come a pretty good long way. I should have made this a little bit wider. It works widthwise or lengthwise, but I should have made it a little bit wider. But I think I'll show it to him and see what he thinks. If he likes this one, then I'll print another one for the other side. If he doesn't like it, tell him tough luck. That's what you got. Nah, I won't say that to him. It's passion fruit mango one's not too bad. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this or display this on here or not. I think they flag you or demonetize you, but I'm not monetized. So how's that work? I don't know. So maybe it won't. Maybe this video won't show up. Well, you know what? It's not going to show up because I have it. It will show up on my thing. Actually, I want to look at that real quick. Let's see what it's doing there. Customization. Live chat replay. Anyone. Well, it's gotten 3 views. Just recently, actually. Huh. One. I wonder who viewed it. They probably ran. I would run too, because this has gone completely AWOL. I should not have those drinks before I do this, is what I should not do. But my impressions went through the freaking roof. Impressions went through. Oh, well. Hey. It happens. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Customization. Close that. Close that. Oh, I guess you can't change it. I think I'm going to end this is what I'm going to do. We got this go over. Let's do a recap here real quick. Gunner free cat here. All right, so we got the basic shape of what we're looking for. There's going to be a cross up, a T intersection up on top. And we'll put a pin through here. That will allow him to be able to move that. So, there you go. We did print something today. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow afternoon for some giggles, whatever. He'll print a face. Print his face again. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. My apologies at this point, completely AWOL. But then again, that's what my channel's all about. Have a good night. Take care.